Well, hello everybody, and how y'all doing on this wonderful, blessed day? I pray that you guys are having an amazing day. Um, I am. I just wanted to let y'all know that I am so tired, but I'm looking forward to an awesome service at our New Year's Eve service tomorrow at Family Fellowship, which will be at 8 o'clock. So if you guys don't have plans, come out and worship with us tomorrow at Family Fellowship Worship Center. Bring a friend, bring up your brother, your cousin, your auntie, bring your baby daddy, your baby mommy, your husband, your wife, your auntie, your uncle, just anybody. Bring a friend, and don't y'all miss out on y'all blessing tomorrow. Come and fellowship with us. Get your praise and worship on again tomorrow for our New Year's Eve celebration at Family Fellowship from at 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and we'll end promptly at 9. Unless the Lord tells us to do something different. But yeah, I just wanted to get on real quick and just converse with you guys and share something that I found was to be so amazing. I woke up this morning, and I thank God for waking me up, you know, and I didn't really have anything on my itinerary, but I just wanted rest. That's what the key thing for me these days, while I can get it, is rest, because during this holiday season, we get time off, the kids are out of school, we get a vacation from work, but there's still things you got to do. But now is the time to do it, and in the midst of that, you got to catch up on rest. And the biggest thing for me right now, if I didn't want anything else, all I want to do is rest. Now, granted, there's some tasks on my list that I need to get done, too. But the biggest thing, because when I'm back in work, full force mode, and back in school, and the kids have been back in school, and mind you, some of y'all know we sports, we coach, we do, our schedules is like this, and we stay on the go. One could even get overwhelmed, and I even have to do mental checks in with my kids, because even though they play sports and they're doing things that they love to do, they're constantly on the go, with sports or with school. In order to maintain those sports, they got to do well in school, so I constantly have to stay on them about that. And so I have to do daily mental checks in with them too, and make sure that they go, because they get up so early in the morning, have to go to schools like their work, and they're younger than we are, and there's been times when even some of my children have even felt stress. So if a child is going through stress, then imagine what it is like as an adult, and we have even more things on our plate, to carry for us on the daily. So as we transition into the new year, I just want us to consider our mental health. It's very important that we stay in our word, but we also have to value our mental health. Not really value, but take into consideration of our mental health. It's very, very important. Stress and having a peace of mind and all those things, and whatever weight that we're carrying into the new year, let's try to release all that. And I have to start with myself included, because that's kind of where I was at with today, and that's kind of where this video was stemming from. I knew that was coming. That's one of the boards from the gate, but that's where it kind of stemmed from, because whatever we have going on, everybody has goals. We want to think about what goals and what things we want to set for the year forthcoming, because we're 2026 is coming, and it came so fast, so I'm excited for what this new year is going to bring. So I've been thinking about some things I want to do, some self-improvements, a way of thinking, the way we're moving, things that we're not going to tolerate into the new year, things that we want to welcome, and then think about what things that you want to offer to this new year also. So there's some things that I want y'all to think about, as well as our mental health. And like I said, today, I woke up this morning just feeling thankful that I could just rest, even though my body was trying to tell me. I felt like we have to listen to our bodies, and I felt like my body was just trying to tell me something, and I wasn't trying to listen. And then it was about that whole rest thing, and then one kid will come in, and then I'll get rid of one, then another would come in, and that was what my morning was like. And I was like, they just really not gonna let me rest today. And then after so long, I just felt like it was, I don't know, treatment can really take a toll on your body. Those of you who know, if anybody goes to gets chemo or anything like that, it can really take a toll on your body. And then about the mid-afternoon, it really started to kick in, and I was feeling down, and I didn't know if it was even depressed for a moment, so all I wanted to do today was just relax in my bed, watch some TV. But what I needed to do was do some home improvements, some things around the house. I already even took my Christmas tree down. There's been times in the past when I let my Christmas tree stay up to at least the new year and bring it in. And those of you guys come to our birthday parties and stuff, sometimes that birthday stuff even be up a week past the birthday. But no, after my son's party, I think that next day, no, because we had guests stay over and everything. So 2 days later after that, that tree was down. There's not one Christmas thing in sight in this house. I was ready to go ahead and shut it down. And I just want to bring the new year in with a clean house, everything purified, everything good. Like I just want to, because they say, I've been told the way you bring your new year in is the way your year gonna be, but it could be superstition, I don't know. And I just want to have a clean house and have everything in order, have my house in order coming into this new year. And like I said, the biggest thing for me was rest and relaxation, some good R&R. Sometimes we would go away to get a cabin or go away to the hotel, a resort or something. That's our family vacation. But with the amenities we have in our home, with the exception of a pool, I'm just happy. And all the money that we pay into our homes, I want to be in the house. Like, and it's cold, there's so much going on, I just really want to be home, you know. And there's just so much I want to do. There's so many advantages of being a homeowner, because you can do so many things to your house, you know, and at your leisure when you want to work, do it, start projects, this, that, and the other. But along with those homeowner, you know, things, it also comes responsibilities, things that the warranties don't cover, repairs, and just, you know. And then I have a question for y'all too, those of you who are homeowners. The biggest thing that used to deter me, make me scared about owning a home, was that when you own a home, I noticed that a lot of people, when that are homeowners, they don't get a tax refund back. Now this might not be, I'm not saying this is true, this is just from what I've seen and what I've heard from, you know, people. You know, throughout my life, you know, I've always received a tax refund check, you know, I always worked and kept the job, and I look forward to getting that refund back in the next year. But it seems like a lot of people that I know that pay mortgages and stuff, and this is going to be my, you know, we're going to see how this is going to go, but they don't get a refund back. I don't know, is there something, so I'm asking y'all, is there something about being a homeowner that they don't get refunds back? Or maybe it's just whatever their particular situation was, that they don't get refund checks back, or they're actually smaller than a typical taxpayer's refunds. I don't know. But that's just something I always wonder. But I did talk with one person the other day, and she told me that it's just contingent upon the different ways that you file. You know, some people file a Schedule C if you have a business and things of that sort. So, like I said, I'm really excited about this place and a lot of things that I want to do. You know, my health, once my health gets back together, because treatment takes a toll on your body. It really does, you know. And going back to the matter at hand, what I was trying to tell y'all earlier was about the mid-afternoon. It just seemed like life happened, and then, you know, I don't know, my energy level took a shift. I just my mindset wasn't in the right place, and I just kept trying to find it. But no matter what I could do, I couldn't find the energy or whatever. And just being transparent with you, I was feeling kind of down. But then my son came into the room, and I wish I could have the box. Excuse me one second. Hold on. I'm gonna get back in. Sorry about the wait. So yeah, like I said, I was feeling kind of down, and then I always have that one son that's gonna do whatever he can do to try to bring me up. And it wasn't even nothing. My body was just tired from like treatment and everything. So he went and was trying to, I was so out of it that when he showed me this box, I just want to show you this. We have these gingerbread houses, and we were supposed to make gingerbread, build the gingerbread houses and all that. I didn't even have the energy to do it. So I was so out of it that when he came in and he showed me this box, I was like, go put that away, we're gonna do it together. He was like, but I want to try to do it by myself. And he was talking about this, but I thought it was a gingerbread box. And so he was like, and then I said, no, because y'all gonna eat all the little pieces. And he said, I said, y'all gonna eat all the pieces without me, and then we can't make the gingerbread. And he said, eat all the, huh?
There's more.
No, that's fine. Just bring those. Set it on the ground, please.
But there's more. Like
no, I just need these. Thank you.
But
so, can you close the gate for me? And so, when I was saying eat all the pieces, and he was in his mind confused because this is a puzzle, and in the gingerbread house it looks just like this. So he was confused, and to the point where I even yelled. I was like, son, I told you no, because y'all gonna eat the puzzle pieces, the gingerbread cookies, and I want us to do it together as a family. So mind you, he's standing there looking confused, and then he was like, okay, I don't want to be obedient, I don't want to talk back, but okay. So he just accepted what I said, and then so I don't know how we redirected, but anyway, we got back connected, and he showed me again. So what it was that he wanted to do was This is and it was a gift. It was, you know, some people gave us a family gift, and we like to do puzzles and stuff together. So this is a 3D puzzle, and as you can see, it's a bulldog, and but still, I wanted to do it with them as a family. But you know, he is that one child that, you know, his brain, he needs to stay stimulated mentally, you know, and stuff like that. And he likes challenges and doing things with his hands, as do I, but he's that more into it a little more than I am. So let me just show y'all something. And like I said, this really lightened my day. Just something as small as this. Like I said, mind you, I wasn't in the right mind frame today. I was just very tired. My energy level was, you know, whatever. And let me show you what this box consisted of. Woo, this water is so good. It's so good when you excessively thirsty. And I be drinking a lot of water, but maybe to me it's like we drinking enough water, but sometimes we think we're drinking enough water and it still don't be enough for what our body needs. So I'm not gonna pull all of these out. Jordan bought me a bunch of these, but in this puzzle box had a bunch of these little pieces in them. It's cardboards with little pieces, and you have to pick them out, you know. So you have to pick out all the pieces, and it looks like over 30 of these things. I'm not gonna pull them all out, but 30 of these little cardboard strips, and you have to punch out the little pieces to where they come out like, you see these little things? So it was like 30 or 40, maybe 50 of those little cardboard sheets, and then there's all these that you have to punch out. They would look like, my brain was already like, oh my god, how are we gonna do this? But it looks interesting. And thank you who gifted us that. I think it was Shay. So Shay, if you're watching, thank you. This was, and if not, I don't know, but I think Shay gave this to us, and I really thank you for this, because this was something that like we like to do as a family, but he couldn't wait and wanted to do it on his own. So like I said, feeling down and this, that, and the other today, and he was like, you know, he wanted to do something special, and the box said that it would take you probably about an hour. Let me see, I'm trying to hurry up, I don't want to keep you guys, take you over an hour, about an hour and 30 minutes or so. And so that's why I said something that I think that we want to do as a family. So my son Joseph, Hitman, if you will, Diesel, he went and sat down and went in this room and took all the little cardboard pieces, and then when he came in the room, y'all, this was the finished product. This was so amazing, y'all, and this really brightened my day to see that he can do something like this so challenging. Maybe there's nothing to y'all, but this was really a big deal to me, because I wouldn't even know where to start. Like the art of this, I thought it was just immaculate, amazing. Now these are cardboard, these are just little cardboard pieces that came out of this little puzzle thing right here. Like I said, it was over 50 of these, more than 50 of these, and probably had to be like 1,000 of these little pieces. Let me see if it tells you on here. Well, it says 131, my bad. Well, it said 131 pieces, but I mean, if you just look at it, shoot, it looked like it. But look what he did, y'all. And I don't even know if my camera shows this in detail, but it's a 3D puzzle, and he put this together. No glue, no nothing. You just put it in these cardboard pieces and 2 popsicle sticks, and you had to figure it out. And mind you, the pieces were all over the floor, and they were discombobulated and all that, and you had to figure out how to put this together. And the fact that he just did this, like, this really brightened my day. And just seeing this, art is so amazing, and I love it. And it looks like the centerpiece is trying to come apart right there, but I just think that art is so amazing. And just like I said, I love it. This was just amazing, and he gave it to me. So I just want to thank you, Joseph, for sculpting such an amazing piece. And again, thank you, Shay, for the puzzle. It's getting cold, so I'm about to wrap it up. But yeah, and so it just really brightened my day. You know, sometimes all it takes is the smallest thing, you know, and it goes the other way too. So if there's something you can do for someone, if it's just sending them a good morning text, or just checking in, hey, big head, what's up, or an emoji face or something, let's just be a blessing to someone else the way that we want others to be a blessing to us, the way that we want God to bless us, you know. Because like I said, all it takes is the smallest thing. I was feeling really down. It wasn't even nothing, you know, life just all of a sudden out of nowhere, it just seemed like it just kicked in, you know. And I just, like I said, my morning started out fine, but then about the mid-afternoon, I was just like over it, like something just shifted. And I wasn't mad, stressed, nothing, you know, whatever. The kids weren't getting on my nerves, nothing. It's just, And that's what happens when people call you and you're trying to make a video. But yeah, so life just happens, you know, whatever. And that's all it was. And I was just feeling agitated. My body, I think it's like lack of sleep. I'm sleep deprived, and that's basically what it was, you know. And then I'm home on this vacation, you know, during this time. So, you know, I would just think that I was getting enough sleep, but sometimes your body will tell you, you got to listen to your body. It's very, 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 very important. So that's all I really have for y'all today. I just wanted to share that with you. I didn't mean to keep you this long. God bless you. I love you, but God loves you more. And I hope this video blesses you the way it did me, just making it. Remember, love on somebody today. Be a blessing to anyone in any capacity. Well, not to anyone. Be a blessing to someone in any capacity that you can be. Like I said, whether it's sending them a text message, giving people their flowers while they're here, just telling somebody thank you. And remember to be encouraged and stay in your word. You never know what the next person is going through also. So just keep that in mind. I know many of you know this already, but I just want to reiterate, somebody needs to hear this on today. Remember, I love you, but God loves you more. And you know, I'm gonna invite y'all somewhere again. If y'all don't have plans tomorrow, please come out and praise and worship with us. Bring in the new year at Family Fellowship Worship Center. Services will start at 8 to and then promptly at 9 o'clock. You still have time to go out there and do whatever you need to do. But yeah, I would love to see you there. Let me know if you're gonna come so I can look for you and perhaps save you a seat. Okay. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Y'all be blessed and stay warm. Okay.